Hi, everybody. Welcome to our webinar. My name is Leia Swanberg, and I am the founder of Canadian Fertility Consulting. Today, I have the pleasure to introduce you to Rachel West, a fantastic French-speaking lawyer located in Alberta, located in Calgary, Alberta, who helps many of our French intended parents through the process of surrogacy in Canada. We will also be joined by Nir Keren from Create Fertility Centre, a clinic in Toronto, Ontario, who has taken amazing care of our French clients for over 15 years. And we are so grateful to have them join the webinar. They will be speaking in French. I will be speaking in English. And I cannot wait to share this next hour with you. Thank you so much for attending.
Hello everyone, my name is Jordan Stark and I'm part of the marketing team at Canadian Fertility Consulting, and I'm happy to be here with the speakers today. Before we get started, I just have a few housekeeping items I'd like to go over. Number one is that we know everyone is at home right now, so in the event that your internet connection gets cut off, if you have any video issues, to please call in using a phone, using the phone number that was provided to you in the GoToWebinar link. Item number two is that we would like to be letting you know that we are recording this webinar today, and everyone who registered will be sent a direct link to watch this again later. It's going to be available on our website, our YouTube, and our Facebook channel. Number three is that we ask that you ask questions for our speakers throughout the duration of the webinar. We do ask that you please ask these questions in English if you can. If you have questions in French that you would like to ask, please connect with each of our speakers individually. We will be sending you all individual invitation links to book one-on-one consultations with all of our speakers today. Again, if you have any questions, please raise your hand, send us a chat, or use the questions tab using the GoTo feature. We have a lot to cover today, so let's get started. Our first speaker is Nir Keren. I'll have Nir join us on the screen now. Hi, Nir. Nir is a managing director at Create Fertility Centre Canada and the founder of Babies Come True. Nir's background is business improvement and marketing. After seeing firsthand the obstacles international intended parents endure, he felt that his mission and passion is to bring awareness of the Canadian surrogacy option to IPs seeking alternative options. He is dedicating his life to support intended parents around the world to have a smooth and straightforward journey in Canada. Alongside Dr. Lee Brack and the Create Fertility Centre, he has established Babies Come True, the concierge service for Create international IPs that will help and support their whole surrogacy journey. Nir and his husband have an 8-week-old baby after a surrogacy journey in Canada and love to share their story. Thank you, Nir, and let's get started.
Okay, bonsoir tout le monde. Moi, je vais essayer de parler au français, mais français, c'est la langue, la 4e langue que je parle. Donc, je parle pas vraiment bien, mais j'espère que vous allez comprendre tout ce que je vais dire. Jordan, the slide. OK, moi, je vais parler avec les procédures au Canada et je vais expliquer toutes les procédures vraiment vite. Et normalement, au Canada, pour commencer la procédure, on fait un appel vidéo avec nous, qui on va expliquer toutes les procédures à détail. Et après ça, vous allez avoir un appel aussi avec les cliniques, avec les médecins. Il va demander quelques questions pour savoir votre santé et il va envoyer un courriel avec l'examen médical qu'il faut avoir en France avant de commencer toute la procédure. Après cet appel, vous allez commencer de chercher une donneuse. Il y a des agences comme Egg Helpers qui a beaucoup de donneuses qui sont disponibles et vous allez parler avec cette agence et cherche une donneuse. Quand vous trouvez une donneuse, il y a deux étapes qu'il faut faire normalement parallèles dans le même temps. Il y a des choses qui vous allez aller au Canada pour déposer votre sperme et aussi il faut commencer l'examen médical à votre donneuse et votre donneuse va avoir un examen médical et aussi examen psychologique dans la clinique. Après ça, après elle a passé l'examen médical et réussi, il faut commencer les contrats et Rachel va expliquer toutes les choses qui sont plus légales. La prochaine étape, c'est créer les embryons. Quand vous avez fini tout le légal, on va faire les embryons et la procédure normalement pour faire les embryons prendre environ 2 semaines ou 3 semaines parce qu'il faut faire les embryons après 5 jours. On va faire le test des embryons, test génétique des embryons. Et après ça, normalement, ça prend 2 semaines qu'il faut attendre pour le résultat pour avoir combien de embryons normaux vous avez resté après toute la procédure de faire les embryons. Dans ce temps, vous allez commencer de chercher une mère porteuse avec CFC et Leia va expliquer toutes ces procédures après. Et quand vous allez trouver une mère porteuse, c'est la même chose que donneuse. Elle va être dans la clinique pour passer des examens médicaux et examens psychologiques à chez Create. Après, elle a réussi les examens médicaux, vous allez commencer et encore une fois d'avoir un contrat et ça c'est encore une fois le sujet légal qui Rachel va expliquer, mais il faut avoir un contrat avec votre mère porteuse. Quand le contrat a fini, la clinique peut être la préparation de votre transfert. On va faire le transfert et après ça, si tout est bien, après normalement 12 semaines, vous allez finir de travailler avec les cliniques et le reste du temps, les mères porteuses vont avoir tout l'examen médical et proche de chez elles. Après ça, les naissances vont être proches de chez mes porteuses. Et après ça, il faut avoir encore une fois une procédure légale pour avoir le passeport et toutes les naissances et Rachel va expliquer ça aussi. Après ça, la dernière étage, c'est le retour en France et la procédure légale chez vous. Ça, c'est en grossir les budgets, les procédures en France. Les procédures pour vous, pour avoir un bébé et retourner en France. Le budget que vous avez besoin d'avoir pour toute cette procédure, avec tous les budgets, c'est 150 et 145 000 $ canadiens. Ça, c'est un budget qui on a tous inclus dans ce budget. Mais comme chaque budget, il y a des temps qui ont besoin un peu plus, un peu moins. Ça, c'est la raison que c'est un budget. On va aller pour la deuxième type. Jordan, can you move to the next slide? So, donc, dans les cliniques, on a 3 programmes qui vous pouvez faire le choix. Notre programme dans les cliniques, c'est le programme garanti. Ça veut dire qu'on a garanti des naissances vivantes. Et dans tous les programmes garantis, tous dans les programmes sont inclus. Il y a un frais et c'est tout. C'est pas un programme on commence avec quelques dollars et après ça a augmenté. Si vous voulez avoir ça, c'est plus cher. Si comme ça, plus cher. C'est pas comme ça. C'est juste un frais et c'est tout. Mais il y a 3 choix quand vous allez faire des choix pour avoir des plans. Il y a des plans quand tout sont inclus avec naissance pour un bébé. Il y a des plans pour 2 bébés. Ça veut dire pas dans le même temps, ça veut dire 2 journées, 2 procédures avec une procédure. Après, vous allez finir, vous pouvez avoir la deuxième procédure. Il y a aussi un nouveau plan qui ça veut dire c'est aussi pour 2 bébés, mais c'est les cliniques qui promet un bébé pour chaque parent biologique. Et ça, c'est un nouveau plan qui commence aujourd'hui. Et c'est un vraiment bon plan parce que la majorité des mêmes couples aimeraient avoir un bébé pour chaque parent biologique. Et on a ici Babies Come True, c'est votre concierge service pour savoir toutes les procédures. On a ici pour donner tout que vous avez besoin dans votre procédure. C'est pas juste pour les procédures médicales, c'est pour toutes les procédures. Et si vous voulez avoir plus d'informations chez Create ou chez Babies Come True, s'il vous plaît, juste on pouvait avoir juste une consultation avec nous privée. OK, merci beaucoup. Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you, Nir. We ask that if anyone has any questions for Nir at this time, to please send them now using the questions tab. We do have a question here for you, Nir. Now, we want to know, is it possible to have a French-speaking nurse at the clinic?
OK. Oui, dans la clinique, on a 3 infirmières qui parlent français, mieux que moi. On a aussi les gestions de dossiers chez Babies Come True qui parlent français aussi mieux que moi. Donc, on a vraiment avoir toutes les procédures pour vous. Avec les médecins, si on a besoin, il y a toujours une traduction qu'on peut avoir aussi.
Thank you, Nir. We have another question here. We would like to know, can you please explain the difference between doing this process in Canada versus the United States? Is that something that you can speak to?
Yeah, I think il y a beaucoup de différences entre les États-Unis et au Canada. Les procédures médicales, normalement, c'est la même procédure au Canada, aux États-Unis. Mais en général, il y a beaucoup de différences entre Canada aux États-Unis. Mais là, comme je dis, dans la procédure médicale, il n'y a pas beaucoup de différences. Normalement, les grandes différences, la grande différence pour cette procédure, c'est que notre service médical n'est pas juste privé. Ça veut dire que normalement, c'est moins cher. Et ça veut dire que le médicament est moins cher et les procédures sont différentes aussi. Mais si vous aimeriez avoir plus d'informations, peut-être c'est mieux juste de parler en privé. Thank you.
Thank you, Nir. We don't have time to go through all of your questions on screen, but for everyone else who has sent a question to Nir, we'll make sure that he gets your questions and he will follow up directly one-on-one with you. Thank you again. Next up, we have Rachel West. We'll have Rachel join us on screen. Rachel is part of Western Canada's leading team in the area of surrogacy and fertility law at Carbert Waite LLP. Rachel has been practicing law in Canada for 14 years. Together with her law partner, Ellen, Rachel and Ellen have helped thousands of parents. She works with intended parents, surrogates, gestational carriers, egg and sperm donors, and also with physicians and clinics across Canada and the United States. Rachel travels regularly to meet with international clients in their home countries with a particular focus on France as she is fluent in French. Rachel prides herself on delivering caring, cost-effective services to all of her clients, both domestically and internationally. Thank you for joining us, Rachel. I'll pass it on to you.
Alors, bonne soirée à tous. Alors, je vais vous dire désolé que nous ne sommes pas là en France avec vous. Je voudrais être en France maintenant, mais c'est pas possible. Alors, maintenant, je suis chez moi. Alors, moi, je suis ici pour discuter le processus légal en français. Je vais vous dire en avance, mon français, c'est pas parfait, alors désolé en avance. Je fais souvent les erreurs en grammaire et surtout en masculin et féminin. Alors, soyez patiente avec moi, s'il vous plaît. Alors, je vais expliquer le processus légal ici au Canada. Ici au Canada, en GPA, on a 3 étapes du processus. Premièrement, vous allez trouver une donneuse d'ovocytes pour créer vos embryons. Normalement, vous avez besoin d'un contrat entre vous et votre donneuse d'ovocytes. Vous avez un choix si vous voulez une donneuse anonyme ou ouverte avec qui vous pouvez parler, communiquer pendant le processus ou partie ouverte aussi. Ou peut-être vous pouvez demander plus tard l'information de contact de votre donneuse d'ovocytes. Étape numéro 2 pour le processus légal, c'est pour trouver votre mère porteuse avec de l'aide avec CFC et Leia qui va vous aider à trouver quelqu'un avec qui vous avez un vrai match de cœur. Quand vous avez un vrai match, il faut rédiger le contrat entre vous et votre mère porteuse. Alors, ça veut dire qu'on va rédiger ensemble un contrat qui explique en tout cas qu'est-ce qui peut arriver pendant le processus de GPA, pendant le processus de la grossesse. On va discuter qu'est-ce qui va arriver s'il y a une fausse couche, qu'est-ce qui va arriver si vous voulez demander un avortement, comment est-ce qu'elle va prendre soin de son corps pendant le processus. Toutes sortes d'autres questions, il y a beaucoup de questions pendant ce processus, mais on va rédiger un contrat qui va résoudre chaque problème qui peut arriver pendant un processus de GPA. Okay. Ce processus de rédiger le contrat entre vous, ça va prendre environ 2 à 4 semaines pour rédiger et signer le contrat entre vous et votre mère porteuse. Finalement, la 3e étape de la GPA, c'est qu'est-ce qui va arriver quand votre enfant est né. Alors, on espère que le premier transfert, ça fonctionne, votre mère porteuse tombe enceinte. Qu'est-ce qui arrive après l'accouchement? C'est quoi le processus pour obtenir un acte de naissance, un certificat de naissance avec vos noms? Alors, je vais vous dire, ici au Canada, plupart des provinces ici au Canada, vous pouvez obtenir un certificat de naissance avec vos 2 noms seulement sur l'acte de naissance. C'est vraiment positif pour les gens qui veulent un acte de naissance avec leurs 2 noms. Alors, le processus après la naissance, c'est un petit peu différent en chaque province. C'est parce que les lois ici au Canada, à propos de GPA, ils sont divisés entre le gouvernement fédéral qui dit oui, on peut avoir un projet de GPA, et aussi comment est-ce que les mères porteuses peuvent demander des dépenses remboursables pendant la grossesse. Les provinces ici au Canada, ils déterminent comment va le processus après la naissance, comment est-ce qu'on peut obtenir un acte de naissance. Alors, ça veut dire que le processus en chaque province, c'est un petit peu différent. Mais normalement, le processus pour les parents intentionnels et surtout les parents intentionnels qui sont internationaux, ils ont besoin d'une ordonnance de cour ou de tribunal qui explique qu'ils sont les deux parents seulement et la mère porteuse n'est pas un parent. Ils ont besoin d'un acte de naissance avec leurs deux noms et puis aussi, ils ont besoin d'un passeport parce que votre enfant va être canadien ou canadienne. Et puis après ça, vous pouvez retourner en France. Alors souvent, mes clients, ils me demandent combien de temps faut-il rester au Canada après la processeuse, après l'accouchement. Alors, ça, c'est un petit peu différent en chaque province, mais normalement, il faut rester au Canada pendant environ 3 à 4 semaines après la date d'accouchement pour obtenir l'acte de naissance, le certificat de naissance et finalement le passeport. Et puis, vous pouvez retourner en France et commencer le processus en France. Finalement, la chose qu'il faut savoir pour un projet de GPA ici au Canada, c'est que, oui, les frais médicaux de votre mère porteuse sont sans frais pour vous. Ils sont couverts par leur même assurance de la santé. Mais après la naissance, au moment de l'accouchement, les frais médicaux pour votre enfant sont à vous de payer. Alors, il faut acheter un produit d'assurance pour votre enfant pour protéger si votre enfant est prématuré ou s'il y a quelque chose de mal avec la santé de votre enfant. Surtout, il y a beaucoup de questions spécifiques pour chaque genre, pour chaque client dans le processus. Alors, s'il vous plaît, utilisez le lien que CFC va vous donner pour me demander un rendez-vous avec vous privé et on peut discuter toutes les questions et c'est sans frais et j'aimerais bien discuter avec vous et je vais être ravie de vous rencontrer par Skype. Je préfère en personne, mais c'est pas possible maintenant. Alors, merci beaucoup. Jordan, are there questions?
Thank you so much, Rachel. That was wonderful information. We do have a question here. We ask that if anyone has any questions for Rachel to please type them into the questions pool now. Rachel, the first question, do you, I guess they're asking, do you, for the French process, when we return home, do you recommend that we work with French lawyers?
Ok, je vais répondre en français. Alors oui, absolument. Alors pour le processus français, vous avez beaucoup d'étapes quand vous retournez en France pour obtenir les droits de parents et aussi la citoyenneté française. Alors oui, il faut discuter avec un avocat français à propos de la loi maintenant en France à propos de le GPA. Nous avons une équipe d'avocats avec qui nous travaillons en France. Alors, si vous demandez, je peux vous envoyer le contact, les avocats avec qui nous travaillons, en qui nous avons le confiance.
Wonderful. Thank you, Rachel. We ask that if anyone else has questions for Rachel to please book a one-on-one consultation with her using the link in the email that we'll send out after this webinar. Thank you again, and we'll have Leia join us on screen now.
À bientôt, j'espère. Au revoir.
Hi, next up we have Leia Swanberg. Leia is a mother to 5, a 2-time gestational surrogate, and a 6-time egg donor. She began Canadian Fertility Consulting in 2007 after her second surrogacy with the intention of creating a more rewarding surrogacy experience for both intended parents and surrogates. With a background in business development and management, Leia turned her personal passion for alternative family building into a full-time business. CSD believes that surrogacy is more than a medical transaction. Bringing one's child into the world through surrogacy is a milestone that deserves to be honored and celebrated. CSD is Canada's foremost surrogacy consulting service with 3 offices in British Columbia and Ontario. Leia is a prominent advocate for all aspects of the surrogacy experience and for empowering women to make the best choices in both their physical and emotional health. Welcome, Leia. I'll pass this over to you now.
Excellent, thank you. So while I am doing this webinar in English, and I understand for those of you watching, English is likely your second or third language, I appreciate you indulging my speaking in English. We are an organization that has French speakers. We have a full team, a case manager, a support specialist, as well as translation for our finance department. It is vital to me that you will have service in your first language as you move through the surrogacy process. However, it is also so important to me that we have met. And it's unfortunate that we had to cancel our our in-person mixer and one-on-ones, as I, over the years, have made so many connections with people who I now consider family, and it will be my pleasure to travel to France as soon as we are able to meet with you and connect and learn about what drives you through this process that for so many feels so overwhelming. You heard from a great clinic that we work with. You heard from a fantastic lawyer that we work with. And now I would like to share with you some perspective on surrogacy and some information about our program, as well as the services that we offer. Our clients are those interested in becoming parents, whether they are members of the LGBTQ community, whether they are married traditional couples in a heteronormative relationship, whether they are single people. It is our pleasure in Canada to welcome everyone and to be inspired by the reason that you've come to us to become parents or to add to your family. Our surrogates are amazing women across Canada who show up for intended parents in ways that are unexplainable and pure magic. They are committed and connected to this process, and they are interested in supporting you and caring for you as they help you become parents. We are in Canada working with an altruistic surrogacy model, which means surrogates are not paid or compensated for a job they are doing. However, their expenses are reimbursed and they are absolutely appreciated for the job that they do. When we look at the overall process, we ask people to begin their search for an egg donor, and we have a partner company called Egg Helpers, and we have partnered with them to ensure that all of our intended parents are able to access an egg donor that fits for them. Many of our clients will work with a known donor, so somebody that they know, somebody that they've met through Egg Helpers or through another agency, or it's a family member or friend, and we will help support that. Once people have found the egg donor, if they need one, and not all of you will, many of you will use your own genetic material to create embryos, but if you do, our service starts long before our fees are due. We will coordinate with the egg donor agency, with your friend or family member. We will help bridge the gap between you and babies come true, you and the legal professional that you hire, you and the insurance provider to ensure you have insurance for your baby when they are born. We will bridge those gaps to ensure that every detail is taken care of. For us, your job is to have a close and connected relationship with your surrogate. Our job is to ensure that that relationship is so isolated and is the sole focus of every decision that you make is based on that connected, committed partnership with your surrogate. And we tell the surrogate the same. Her job, which isn't a job, it's a pleasure. Having been a surrogate, it is an absolute pleasure. However, her job is to build that relationship with you, to create trust, to build trust, to share in this beautiful experience with you while we take on the details, while we ensure that her receipts are in place prior to reimbursing her expenses. while we take care of the insurance needs for her life insurance, while we make sure that she has a lawyer to work with who is going to take care of her, is going to support her, is going to be able to explain this process simply and easily. We work with many clinics. We work with many lawyers. Our goal is to support you to become parents and create, and Rachel at Carbert Waite, fantastic choices. But I want you to know that this journey is about you, it is about your preferences, and it is about what you are comfortable with. And each client that comes to us is looking for a unique experience. Our job is to deliver on that. Our job is to ensure that if you require a French-speaking surrogate, that we find her. If your termination values, should there be a medical abnormality that arises in your pregnancy, that you share that value with your surrogate prior to being matched, prior to engaging in the process. So we need to know all about you. We need you to tell us what you need and how we can support you. That way, we can show up for you in a way that makes sense, in a way that honors your journey and cares for you as intended parents. You will have a case manager who will organize the process, who will find you a surrogate. You'll have a support person who will be available to you to chat and to ensure you're feeling that connection and that closeness with your surrogate. You'll have me by Google Translate, by DeepL, on the phone, maybe with your broken English and my non-existent French, and we will figure it out for you. That is what is important when you're looking for an agency, to know that they are willing to work with you even when it's hard. We encounter hard every day. When miscarriages occur, when transfers are not successful, when egg donors are not able to proceed because of a family situation, when surrogates who committed to this process are unable to move forward because their situation has changed. It's important in those moments that you can reach someone on the phone, that you can fall apart so you can fall back together. We have an on-staff therapist who offers support and counseling to your surrogate and to you at any time, free of charge. We are the only agency in Canada that has that because it matters. It matters that you are supported as you move through this process. It matters that your surrogate is supported while you are on the other side of the world. We know that your goal is a healthy baby. The way we get there, the way we are successful, is to support your surrogate. Because when women are supported and encouraged, they make good decisions. When they have had a good night's sleep and good food and lots of water, all of the things that are basics. But speaking from experience of 7 pregnancies, pregnancy is tough. And I would have loved to have a cheerleader when I was pregnant as a surrogate. And we have cheerleaders in the form of surrogate support staff. They are available to cheerlead. They are available to call your surrogate, to check in with her, to ensure she knows what she needs to be doing, to ensure her compliance in terms of the steps that your clinic is going to ask of her. It is vital that your surrogate is supported so that you can have the best outcome, a healthy baby, and so that she can have the best outcome, a healthy baby for you, and feeling well, feeling emotionally cared for throughout the pregnancy and even beyond. I started a program called Sacred Surrogacy, and I started it to thank the women participating. I started it with retreats across Canada to encourage and show up for women, to allow them to rest, to share with them self-care tools around meditation, to have them take a yoga class, to participate in an art project that would feed their soul, to have lots of food and lots of fun. We then began a program for intended parents in which we traveled literally around the world to put these same retreats on for intended parents. We would ask people to share their fears around parenting. We would ask people to write love letters to one another. We would ask people to write a letter to themselves. We would ask people to show up for themselves as they were about to were embarking on, had just had a child through surrogacy. It is a great responsibility to become a parent. To become one intentionally through surrogacy is huge. I am honored every day to be a part of that. I am absolutely inspired by the lengths that people will go to become parents. It is not always easy. We fail sometimes as an agency. We struggle to get people matched. We struggle to rematch people. We acknowledge that, and we do our best every day as we show up for people. We do our best. We will ask you to show up for your surrogate. We will ask you to be honest in your feedback of the agency, of the lawyers, of the clinic, so that we can make sure your process moves forward quickly. So we can make sure that we get out of your way and that you get out of your way, so that you can become a parent as quickly as you are ready to become a parent. The average wait time to find a surrogate right now is about 6 to 9 months. Sometimes it's less, and sometimes it's more. We're going to coach you to create an amazing video that will share with our surrogates your desire to be a parent, the love you plan to share with your child, and the love you have for one another. And if you're single, the love you have for yourself. It will inspire women to want to show up for you. So we'll coach you on that. And then when you do begin this most intimate relationship you will ever have in your life with a complete stranger, we will then coach you on that. We will coach you on how to manage your fertility clinic and how to ask the tough questions of your lawyer to ensure that everything's in your contract. We will take care of those pieces for you, and it will be our absolute pleasure. If you have any questions, please just reach out. I would love to answer them for you. I know we have a limited amount of time today, and so Jordan, if there are any questions, I would love to answer them now.
Hi, Leah. Yeah, we do have a few questions here. I asked that if you do have any questions while Leah's on screen to please send them now. The first question, they would like to know, is the surrogacy process the same for homosexual male parents as it is for hetero parents? And does the birth certificate include the names of both of the fathers?
Absolutely. So we're very lucky in Canada. We don't have gay surrogacy. We just have surrogacy. Just like we don't have gay marriage, we just have marriage. And so we have currently, I would say more than 50% of our clients are those in same-sex relationships, and surrogacy is the same for them. Now, regarding the birth certificate, what's really important and what we suggest always is to speak to a lawyer in your jurisdiction first, because that will guide your process. That will tell you, and that will tell us, based on what your requirement is, where your surrogate will be. Some provinces within Canada, it is better for one dad to go on. Some both can go on easily at the beginning. All of those pieces and those moving parts are really important to discuss with a lawyer. However, we have many clients come from France, travel back to France, and either do a step parent adoption or to take the documentation that they have here and become named both, you know, parent 1, parent 2 in France.
Wonderful, thank you, Leah. We have time for one more question. The next one is there any point in starting the surrogacy process now, given what's happening with COVID-19?
Absolutely. So, you know, as I said, the wait time to find a surrogate is generally 6 to 9 months, and the World Health Organization is telling Canadians, based on the information in Canada currently, that we will be on the other side of this by the summer. We really hope we are. And so I would suggest getting started. I would suggest selecting your egg donor through Egg Helpers, which we can link you to, and Jordan will send out a link to Egg Helpers in a document, you know, post this this conference, and you know, get started there. Because 6 to 9 months moves very quickly, and so we would love to be able to partner with you now, so that in, you know, post summer, when the world is open, we will have an amazing surrogate for you.
Great, thank you, Leah. That's all of the time we have for questions today, but we do ask that if you have any further questions for Leah, to please book a one-on-one consultation with us, and we'll be sending that out in the email after this webinar.
Thank you, Jordan, so much. And to all of the people listening, if you do book a consultation with us, it can be with one of our French speakers to make things easier for you. I really just wanted to introduce myself as the owner of the company today, and I hope that you learned a great deal from our webinar today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Leah. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Nir, for joining us today. We hope everyone enjoyed the webinar, and we hope to be talking to all of you soon. Have a great rest of your evening. Bye, everyone.